You may be seated.
Hello, Your Honor. This is a case of Scott versus Smith.
Thank you, Jerome.
You're welcome.
Good day, everyone. Mr. Scott, you've appeared in this courtroom for 2 previous cases, one with DNA results that proved you were the father of a child and the other that proved you were not. Now you say you are here yet again as the father of 7 children with 4 different women to deny that you fathered child number 8 with mother number 5. Ms. Smith, you admit you cheated on Mr. Scott, but say you believe it was before you got pregnant. You argue that the only reason he's denying your daughter is because he can no longer control you. Furthermore, you claim Mr. Scott scammed you into paying his travel costs when he visited you in Michigan, and you are asking the court to award you $1,500 for reimbursement of airline and lodging expenses. So, Mr. Scott, how did you meet Ms. Smith?
Well, I met her on the website. You know, I was looking for love, and I went to a website, and I ran into Crystal. You know, 4 or 5 months into it, you know, started getting suspicious about certain things. You know, she gave me her voicemail, and I hear dudes in the background.
I gave you my voicemail, Pastor, because I wasn't doing anything.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, true that. But then dudes are leaving voicemails to her, talking about, oh, you sexy.
You had girls leaving voicemails on your phone and calling you.
You ain't supposed to do that if you have a man. Dudes are not.
Well,
dudes ain't supposed to leave messages talking about you sexy.
And you ain't supposed to be calling other
So
chicks when you're with a girl.
hold on. This is before you ever met her.
Yeah, this before, but we talked every day.
We were on the phone
Ms. Smith.
It wasn't about me being controlled.
Ms. Smith, was he honest with you about how many children he had?
No, he was not.
Yes, I was. I don't lie about my kids.
I only thought that he had 5.
So you didn't know that Mr. Scott had 2 3-year-olds, 2 6-year-olds,
No, I
a
did not.
7-year-old, a 12-year-old, and a 13-year-old.
She knew about all my kids. She knew
I
about
only
all
knew
my
about
kids.
5 kids.
She knew about all my kids because all my kids was on my page.
How long did this relationship go over cyberspace?
It was like 8 months.
About
8 months. Now, fast forward. You finally make arrangements to meet in person.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes, we did.
You go visit.
Yes.
We had a mutual agreement that we were going to pay half. I paid for the whole trip for him to come here the first time, and then for his ride
I paid for my
here.
own ticket to get there.
No, he did
She
not.
paid for me to come back.
No, you did not.
She did that.
I paid for all our food, our hotels.
You didn't have to pay for the food. We was getting the food
gas.
from your job.
I still had to
You
pay
didn't
for
have to pay
it.
for the food. She didn't know what
He
you're talking
told
about.
me that he was basically this big rich person from Hollywood.
I ain't never said that
he
from
had a big
Hollywood.
house on the beach, that he had like 6 cars. He was taking pictures by different cars every day.
Damn.
Made himself, and he was making fun of people. They were on like assistants and stuff.
Oh.
First of all,
So
I don't
wait.
even live in Hollywood. I never said I was rich.
Yes,
I never
you
said
did.
like that. I
Yes,
said
you did.
I'm an electrician. I have my own bills and I have my own place, so I had to pay my own bills. And I have kids. So for me, in order for me to come out there and to pay all that stuff, heck yes, I had to stack all my stuff because I had
have kids also, and I
so this
still
is
pay
what I
for
did. I
everything.
could have came out there the next month, but if I would have came to Michigan that next month, there wouldn't even been no situation right now. Because that's not what I was looking for. I was looking for something serious. So we got together to make that happen. I could have came the next week. She wouldn't have told me no.
You said you were looking for something serious.
Something serious, a serious relationship. So that's why it took me 8 months to get there, because I was looking for something serious to make sure this is what it was.
Now, the last time you appeared in this courtroom, you said the exact same thing. So I want you to look at something that looks very familiar to me.
Oh, wow. Check y'all out.
Were you in love with
I wouldn't
Mr.
say it was
Scott?
love. On the internet site that I met him on, he wanted basically the same things I was looking for.
So, Ms. Kalan, you find out you're pregnant.
Uh-huh.
And then what?
He was happy. He said, quote unquote, oh, mommy, we're going to be a family.
Your Honor, when he came to Michigan, he was calling me mommy.
That's what we agreed on.
And
That's what
his
That was an agreement?
No, we want to be together. That's all it was.
when
that was
he
my
was
girl.
actually in
that was my woman.
Michigan, his phone kept going off while we were at a restaurant. I'm not gonna lie, I was quite embarrassed by it because it was just loud ghetto music.
This was after the fact that she cheated. This is after the fact that she cheated. She's talking about. Okay, so let me go back to the beginning. I went to Michigan. She did not even greet me.
She didn't greet you.
She didn't get out the car, give me
Yes,
no
I
hug,
did.
no kiss.
I didn't want to kiss you.
But I
She
thought you all were in a relationship.
I was in a relationship with him, but we were
She
over
was
the phone
nervous.
relationship.
She was
I was
nervous.
really nervous to
She was
meet
very
him in
nervous.
person.
She was
After
blushing. She was red
20
everywhere.
minutes of being in, then I was more okay. But right when we first met him, he wanted to be on top of me, all over me. Like, give me a second to breathe. I'm like,
That's my woman. 8 months. What am I supposed to do? Duh, you know. So We get
That's
there.
why you got
We
kids.
go around her family. Everybody's
That's why
like,
you got so many kids, because you always trying to jump. Give me a second to talk to you for a minute.
to jump.
Well, he just doesn't
You
have
like
a
to
lot of
jump off.
kids. Mr. Scott, you also have a lot of women. We
I have
learned
a
in
lot of
court
women.
before that you had several women at the same time, and now
Yes,
are we
he did.
adding
Can we
Miss Smith
get
to
to
the
that
mix?
point? Let's get to that point. So when
Yeah, let's get to
when
it.
I arrived in Michigan, she did not greet me at all. She took me amongst her family.
agree.
Everybody greeted me with love. It was like, hey, how's California? And whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. And is it nice out there? Is it sunny? I said, yes, it's nice out here. Okay. So we go to her job. Everybody's questioning me about California. There's one guy in particular who does not say nothing
Because
to me at
nobody
all.
cares about
This
you,
dude didn't
Marcel.
look at me at all. I'm not stupid. I'm a very smart man. He had his head down. He was humble, just like this the whole time. He was scared to look at
No,
me.
he was
Because he
not.
knew something.
No,
he
he
must
was
have did
not.
something wrong. So me being smart, I'm like, put two and two together. So we get back to the room. He texts her phone. She deletes his text message. Ooh. Yeah, she deleted his text message. Okay. So when I got home, I said, look, I used reverse psychology. Look, I promise you, I'm not gonna leave you. Just tell me what happened. She told me I had sex with him, but it didn't last that long. That's what she said. And then she told me I had sex with him right here.
I did.
So wait.
But then I knew him 4 years ago.
Recap. You used reverse psychology.
Yeah, and
you
I said, I promise you, I won't leave you. Just tell me what happened. She said, he took advantage of me. We had sex right there, but it didn't last that long because I loved you.
I did lie.
She should have been
a lot
honest.
about that.
If she loved me and she didn't mean for it to happen, she would have told me right then and there, like, look, babe, I'm sorry this has happened. I didn't mean for it to happen.
At that point in our
And
relationship, we were already.
she told me this
we
after
did not
I
talk
left. So
for
she would
2
have told
weeks
me
in our
this
relationship.
before I came. There wouldn't have been no
at
situation.
the end of the day,
She named the baby
that's
Honesty.
why we're here, is because you
He knows
claimed
that he's the dad.
that she was intimate with this gentleman and you at the same time.
Of course she was,
And
'cause she didn't even
therefore you have doubt concerning the paternity of
Of course,
her
because she
child.
didn't even tell me. She named the baby Honesty Love.
You admit that you cheated.
I cheated on Marcel.
If you want more episodes of Paternity Court, make sure to subscribe and click on the notification bell. You admit that you cheated.
I cheated on Marcel. It was only one time.
All it takes is one time.
yes.
She told me 4 or 5 different stories in 1 hour. So I said, like 2 days later, I said, won't you give me the dude's number? Let me
Marcel
talk to the
had
dude.
already
It
had the
took her
number.
2
He
hours.
took it out of my phone before he left Michigan.
No, I deleted her number, but she worked with him, right? So everybody's number at her job is on the board. Is on the board. I said, give me his number. It took her 2.5 hours to give me his number. So when
You
I called
already
him,
had his
he
And then
already
what
knew what to say
happened?
because she
You
coached
had
him.
his number.
She told him what to say, like, oh, Marcel's
So
gonna
you
call
called
you.
this man.
Yes,
Crying.
I called him.
He
He was like,
called
did
this
you have
man
sex with my
crying.
girl?
And
He
also
said,
admitted
oh, I
to this
didn't
man
mean
that he
to.
was cheating on
Wait,
me.
what exactly happened during this conversation?
When
You
I
call
called
him
him,
and you say what?
He said, yeah, I had sex with her. I didn't mean for it to happen. And it was only for a couple of seconds. That's the same thing she said because she coached him into saying
I
that.
didn't coach anything, and
Yes,
it only
she
happened
did.
for a couple
Let me
seconds
tell you how
because
I know.
I did feel
Let me
bad.
tell you how I know. Not only did her friend,
So,
her coworker
Mr.
told
Scott,
me. Her
Mr.
coworker
Scott,
told me.
Let's get to some of your other reasons of why you doubt the paternity.
It's
of
only
this
because of him.
child.
Because of him. Because
Just
she lied.
because of this man.
Because she lied.
Too
And then
many
she told me,
more.
and then while she pregnant, she said, I'm still having sex with him. He's a better daddy than you.
I didn't say
She
that.
went-
I
but
said
then
that
she
because
had
I
sex
know
with
how to
another
get
dude.
underneath his skin.
It doesn't
Because
make
he calls
sense.
and cusses me out. He still tries to
You cannot be
control me
doing-
throughout the last year that he disappeared on me.
And then what happened to your relationship?
After I admitted I cheating with him, he pretty much disappeared on me.
I didn't disappear. I
talk
was
to
there for
him
a long. I
throughout
came back
the
in
whole
October.
pregnancy.
I came back in October. And that's when I started talking to other women, and she knew about it.
Okay, so at some point you discovered you're pregnant
Yes.
and you let Mr. Scott know.
Yes. I actually had an IUD and I removed it to
Yeah.
get pregnant because we planned honesty.
True.
Oh,
we
so
did
hold
plan
on.
Oh, true. Yes.
So you all decided you wanted to have a baby together.
True. Now, when she took the IUD out,
But when you tell him you're pregnant, he denies it?
Yes. And then
It went down
he
here.
disappeared.
I didn't disappear.
He
My
disappeared.
number was the same.
He
I
changed
didn't
his
go
number.
back out there.
I put on Facebook, I
Yeah.
said, I can't wait to find out what we are having. 2 seconds later, he deactivated his whole Facebook because he didn't want anybody to know that I was pregnant.
Find out you're pregnant. At that point, do you think that you all are going to raise this baby together? You're posting on Facebook. I can't
did.
wait to find out what we're having. That
I
means
did.
you and Mr.
I did.
Scott.
I did.
I
I
did.
thought that we were going to get past what had happened. We were talking about getting past it and getting over it.
At what point did he then in some way indicate that he had doubts or he didn't want to be a part of the child's life?
Once I told him I was pregnant, we fought for about another month afterwards, and then he changed his phone number on me, his Facebook, everything. He changed everything on me. I didn't talk
change.
to
I got the
Marcel
same
until I was
address.
like
I have the same address.
8 or 9 months. I had sent you pictures because you
I never
told me
received
to.
them. Yeah,
you did
I
receive
never
them because
received
your
them.
girl told me that your mama called you and said, hey, you have a letter here oh, just throw it away. And those were honestly ultrasound pictures. And
I
you're
never
dead
got
wrong
no
because you
pictures.
knew I was
I
sending
never
them.
got no
That's why your
pictures
girl
at
told
all.
me. Your girl told me that
never got
right,
you
no
received them and
pictures.
threw
Miss
them away.
Smith, you have a witness, ma'am. Could you please step up?
She ain't a
It
witness.
is
I met her for
finally
like 10 minutes.
time for you to speak.
I met her like 10
I'd
minutes.
like to hear from you. It's a Miss Luzinski, right?
Correct.
Now, what do you have to add to this?
That he's a deadbeat.
Tell me that.
He comes to Michigan. Crystal paid for everything.
She didn't pay
He
for
was
that.
so controlling. I offered for them to stay at my house so they didn't have to spend no money. He said, oh no, I got this. I'll pay for the hotel. Well, it turns around, Crystal paid for the hotel. He would not let Crystal leave the hotel. We had family cookouts so that he could get to know the family. And oh no, he didn't want to go. He wanted to stay in the hotel. Crystal wasn't allowed to go because he came there to see Crystal, and she had to stay there and see him. He was only here for a little bit of time.
That's not
He didn't
fair.
want to meet the family. When he finally did come out to see the family, my boyfriend's got a son with somebody else. He was so rude to him that my boyfriend, we left because boys are going to be boys. They're going to play rough. He yelled at his son and said, take that baseball bat somewhere else. Who the hell you think you are? Don't bring that around me. My boyfriend
not
got in
say
his face because he wants to control everybody. He thinks
Your boyfriend
he's
got
from
in my
Hollywood,
face.
so he thinks that he's this big hotshot dude, and
No,
everybody
I ain't
has to
gonna do
respect him. He ain't nobody.
They-
People in Saginaw, homeless people in
I say
Saginaw have
something?
more respect than he does.
Can I say something, please? Can I say
He
something,
ain't
please?
nobody.
Thank
Can I say
you for
something,
that. You may
please?
be seated, ma'am. Thank you. So, Miss Smith, you paid for everything.
Yes, I did.
Travel
No, she did not.
expenses and the hotel.
Yes, I did.
Do you have receipts or some type of evidence
Yes, I do.
that outlines what you paid for?
Yes, I do.
Jerome, could you hand me that folder, please? Thank you. All right, so you've got a round-trip bus ticket from Palmdale, California to Flint, Michigan, $498. Hotel expenses for $461.
She just print that-
Surely
She just print that
the
out.
big man from California didn't ride the bus all the way to Michigan.
Mr.
Man.
Hollywood hotshot over here.
Man.
You
It was
were
a long
really
trip.
looking for love.
Yeah, man, it was a long trip, Your Honor. It was
And
very
then
long,
a
4 or 5 days.
one-way
Yeah, she was
flight.
worth it in the beginning. Yeah, she was worth it.
A one-way
still worth
return
it, and you know
flight
it.
from
You
Detroit,
just ain't worth
Michigan
it.
to Burbank, California for $131 and hotel for $410, the total $1,500. Mr. Scott, I'll
Yes,
give you a
yes.
chance. Your podium's looking mighty empty, but
I don't
do you
need no
have some
documents.
receipts
I don't need no documents.
for
The truth
what
is right here.
you
Yeah, the
paid
truth.
for as it relates to this trip?
Well, if I knew all this was gonna come down, then I would have prepared myself a little more.
You should have prepared yourself.
But
You
it
bring
don't even
everybody
matter
to
because
court.
I don't even need no
Mr.
documents.
Scott,
I
you're
don't need
in
documents.
court. This is your third time you're in court.
Well, I
and
don't
this is
need
your
no
third
documents.
time that you're before me.
It don't matter. I paid my
Now
part.
you
It don't
know
matter.
good and well I was
She know
going to
like I
ask
know.
you. In light of this,
It's cool.
where's the agreement that he was supposed to help you pay or you were loaning him this money?
It was a mutual
It was a
thing. I was
mutual
with her for
agreement.
8 months.
Because
she
we
was
were
in
together,
love with
we
me
were
as
gonna
well.
pay
I was
half.
in love with her.
Oh,
She was gonna have
so
to move to
Mr.
California
Scott.
anyways.
So you're saying that it was an agreement that you all were going to go in half on these expenses.
That's what we did. That's what we did the whole time.
You are actually in your testimony validating exactly what she stated, is that she paid for a certain number of expenses.
She paid for me to
now,
come back home. I'll
you
admit
don't
to that.
have any proof that you paid for anything because I'm subtracting the $131 one-way ticket back that she spent for you because that trip you guys did have. You paid to see her and she spent the money to get you back.
True.
I don't have any evidence from you that you contributed to the
just told you.
$498 bus ticket. I don't have any evidence from you that says you paid half of the $461 in hotel expenses. And I also don't have any evidence from you that you paid half of the $410 hotel expenses.
I don't owe
so
her nothing.
my
That was my woman.
ruling is for the defendant on
That's
this
my woman.
counterclaim in the amount of $684.50.
That was
you
my
owe
woman.
her.
How? That was
You
my
owe
woman.
her. Wait.
It was a mutual agreement.
Wait. Exactly. Don't try
Well, I
to
want to
fall back.
countersue for all my pain and
Mr.
suffering.
Mr. Scott, stop talking.
Crazy.
You're not going to talk your way out of this. You talked your way into the debt. You're not
Wow.
going to talk your way out of owing it.
Wow. The money's
See,
not-
what you don't understand is I've heard you ramble on before. I know you can be charismatic. I know you can yap, 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 yap. But the problem is you yap, yap, yap yourself right into trouble.
Can I say something?
$684.50. Pay it. I'm ready for the DNA results. Can you hand me the envelope, please?
Clearly. There you go, Your Honor.
Thank you. These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics and they read as follows. In the case of Scott versus Smith, as it pertains to 3-month-old Honesty Smith, Mr. Scott, you are her father.
Who
Told
couldn't
you.
keep their legs closed?
Take care of your
Keep their
baby.
legs closed, Trudy.
Take care of your baby now.
Now, Mr. Scott, this is the 3rd time you have been in front of this courtroom. The last time we were together, I looked you dead in your eye and asked you, I'm not going to see you again, am I?
Man, I had to take care of
And you
business.
said no.
He'll be back next year.
And I'm going to say this, and I'll leave it be.
Who is you?
All of you all want to start these online relationships
It's cool. Just make sure.
and without seeing someone in person. And I don't know, he led you straight to the water, Miss Smith, and you just drank up the river. Your first sign was when you knew he was going to get on a bus from California to Michigan. Look, I'm from Michigan. I know how long that
Part of
trip can
Michigan,
be.
you from Flint?
When he's going to get on a bus, you knew right then. You should have politely put your little coins back in your purse, look, and signed on off the internet. Are we
She
clear?
couldn't. She couldn't.
Are we clear?
Yes.
Now you all take care of that beautiful baby.
Yeah, I'm gonna take care of it.
Court is adjourned.
I think the judge, she was pretty correct about everything that she had to say.
Will you see me again in paternity court? Absolutely not. You will never see me in paternity court.